Hey there, this is the Retrakt Ballpoint pen by Kustoms. This is one of their more full-sized offerings. It's a clicky type pen, but it's got a bit more of a fancy clicky type instrument. So it's not particularly clicky if you listen carefully. It's more just sort of smooth lock-in of that nib there. But it feels like a very tight, nicely machined clicky, that's for certain. So what you get is a pretty much standard length pen. So you've got a length of about 13.5 centimeters. That is about 5.5 inches. You've got a weight of 28 grams. Nope, sorry, no ounces today. 28 grams, that's about probably just under an ounce. And you've got some knurling at the top. You've got a nicely machined sprung pocket clip, screwed in with 2 Torx or Allen head by looks screws. And inside this one, as shipped with a Pilot G2 ink. So this is a G2 5 ink, very fine, really nice tip, really nice consistency. Pretty happy with this ink. They put a few different inks in their pens. This one is quite nice. So. I quite like a fine ink, so I'm happy with this one. Very, very cool. They do a bunch of different colours and materials. You can get this in copper, in brass, you can get it turquoised, I think, all sorts of different configurations. You can get the top half one thing, the bottom half another thing, real sort of mix and match. They cost about $60 in this more basic, $60 US in this more basic configuration here. This is about the cheapest I think they make it, the tumbled aluminium, and I think it looks just fine. I'm not one for having super colourful pens. If I had a bit more, if I wasn't too bothered by the price, I probably would have gone up to the copper or something. I don't mind weight, particularly in pens either. I find a heavier pen makes me remember that I've put it down somewhere if I'm missing that weight. It carries pretty well in the pocket from this clip. It does take a bit of getting used to. It's certainly not as easy as, say, just a plastic capped pen. I'm not a really huge pen guy, so my experience is a bit narrower than some, but for me, as a basic pen user, I think it's just fine. Just takes a bit of an adjustment sometimes, as you can see. I'm just running a clip of me putting it in my pocket, and yeah, overall, it does the job, does just fine. The general construction is just really good, really sound. I like all the features of it. I like how this one's a bit narrow. This is my favourite of my Karas pens. I prefer a bit of a narrower pen towards the end here. This is how I hold a pen. I think some people hold them like this. People hold pens all sorts of weird ways. But for me and how I hold a pen, like this is about as good as I'd want. It's very sturdy. The aluminium obviously structurally quite strong when you put it in a cylinder like this. You wouldn't want to run it over with a car, but apart from that, it's probably going to definitely withstand the day-to-day uses. The clip's not going to snap off or anything that happens with your average pens that you sort of keep in your pocket, so pretty happy with that as well. So overall, I know this is a horrible pen review, but I just thought I'd show it off, and I'll just do a couple more of these quick little videos about my other pens and things that I've got. Alright, so this is the Kustoms Retrakt, and it has my seal of approval. Thanks for watching.